What is food poisoning and how should we react if poisoned? Food hygiene training in the UK, or as it is more accurately described, the Level 2 Award in Food Safety in Catering, describes in some detail what is meant by the term food poisoning, its causes and its symptoms. In short, any form of poison carried on food beyond the point of ingestion is technically a source of food poisoning, whether they be chemicals, viruses, objects or parasites, but the term is most generally used to describe the poisoning of food brought about by the actions of bacteria. Like it or not, bacteria are all about us in the world. They exist in our soil, on our plants, in the air we breathe, and even on and in our human bodies. When in their proper place, most bacteria actually serve a useful purpose in keeping our hidden world clean, or making minute reactions happen that work to our good. By way of example, some foods such as yogurts and some cheeses achieve their distinctive flavour and texture due to the effects of bacteria. Bacteria work to keep the insides of our noses and ears healthy. Bacteria help us digest our foods, and in some instances help us to disperse harmful matter within our human tissue. The danger becomes when certain potentially harmful bacteria get introduced onto our foods and are allowed to multiply and release their poisons, which are known as toxins. Bacteria are a living organism, and they need 4 things under the influence of time to enable them to grow. These are very similar to the needs of a human baby. They are warmth, air, moisture, and food. Given these ideal conditions, most bacteria will grow, but it's bacteria known as pathogens that emit poisons whilst they feed, called exotoxins, or when they die, called endotoxins, that cause the problem. It is these toxins that make us ill, the symptoms and vehemence of which depends upon the bacterial strain and actual volume of poisons within the food that we have eaten. When we've ingested a harmful quantity of toxins, our body mechanism effectively attempts to eject the poisons as rapidly as possible. If the bacteria emitted is an exotoxin, the food itself is becoming poisoned before we eat it, and so rejection where possible is at an early stage through vomiting. However, if the poison is in the form of an endotoxin, the foods are often deeper within the bowel before being killed by our digestive systems, and so the poisons are ejected in the form of diarrhea. It is easy to see that an endotoxin-based poisoning can be potentially the more severe because it's deeper within the body's system, and if not able to be ejected quickly, allows any bacteria remaining alive to thrive and multiply on the foods within the stomach. Such cases are common to some types of bacterial contamination and can often develop into severe stomach cramps, dizziness, fever, and in the very vulnerable cases such as the elderly, infirmed or very young, can even result in death. Oh! But if you are of regular health, you should do the following. Eat no food for 24 hours to stop the bacteria in your stomach from growing. Drink lots of water. Dehydration is a major factor in food poisoning cases. Wash your hands thoroughly after using the toilet and do not handle food, towels or clothing of others. If the condition persists, essential salt drinks can help to revitalise the body's natural fluids, which you can get from a chemist. Rest your body where possible, allowing your strength to return quicker. After 24 hours clean, you can eat plain boiled rice or plain boiled potatoes. After 36 hours clean, you can start to slowly return to normal foods. But if you are a food handler or work with the vulnerable classes, do not return to work until you have experienced 48 hours clean. Minor events of food poisoning are not uncommon, even in the most hygienic of establishments. These things, they just happen. But it is important that we get on top of the problem rapidly, thus stopping a small incident from developing into a large one.